Welcome to Traveler's Tales. I am your host, Greg Alonzo. Today I will be your guide for this special edition of The Ancient Bretons. Today's video is sponsored by Lori Lamb. She is a longtime supporter and an inspiration for this tale. Before we begin, just a quick reminder that we post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, with special editions on Thursdays. Who were the Ancient Bretons? From where did they hail? What was their connection to Rome? Today we will answer these questions as we take a trobrège, which means a tour of Brittany. In antiquity, this was the pilgrimage back to the homeland and walking the grave of one of the 7 founder saints to another. The Bretons are a Celtic ethnic group native to Brittany. They trace much of their heritage to the groups of Brittonic speakers who emigrated from southwestern Great Britain, and particularly in Cornwall and Devon. Why were they keen on emigrating out of the British Isles? This was due to the Anglo-Saxon invasion. Waves of Bretons migrated to Armorica, which was subsequently named Brittany after them. It is generally accepted that the Brittonic peoples who arrived in Armorica spoke Bretoneg, a sister language to Welsh and Cornish. In the late 4th century, large numbers of British auxiliary troops in the Roman army were stationed in Armorica. According to the Historia Brittonum, Emperor Magnus Maximus, who withdrew Roman forces from Britain, settled his troops in the province of Armorica. According to the historians Nennius and Gildas, a second wave of Bretons settled in Armorica once again to get away from the Anglo-Saxons. Modern archaeology also supports the two-wave immigration. There were numerous records of Celtic missionaries migrating from Britain during the second wave of Breton colonization, especially the legendary 7 founder saints of Brittany. These Christian missionaries, who were mostly Welsh, founded many dioceses throughout the land. Brittany numbers more than 300 saints. However, only a few are recognized by the Catholic Church. The Breton people are predominantly members of the Catholic Church, with a minority belonging to the Reformed Church of France. I would also add that at one time the people of Brittany were one of the most staunchly Catholic regions in all of France. However, some pagan customs from the old pre-Christian tradition still remain. According to the local folklore of Brittany, the most powerful folk figure is Ankou. He is the Reaper of Death. Who is this dark figure that is still so prevalent in Breton culture? The Servant of Death is still quite prevalent within Breton, Cornish, Welsh, and Norman folklore. Ankou appears as a man or a skeleton wearing a black robe and a large hat which conceals his face, or he simply appears as a shadow. He wields a scythe and is said to sit atop a cart for collecting the dead. Other depictions of Ankou are driving a large black coach, pulled by 4 black horses and accompanied by 2 ghostly figures on foot. According to one legend, he was the first child of Adam and Eve. Other versions depict Ankou as the first dead person of the year, yet he is always depicted as a male adult. In this version, he is in charge of collecting the souls of others. This is his penance before he can enter the afterlife. In an alternate version, he was a cruel prince who met death, and during this meeting he was challenged to see who would be the first to kill a black stag. Of course, death won the contest, and the prince was cursed to roam the earth as a ghoul for all eternity. Sometimes he is depicted as the king of the dead, whose subjects have their own particular paths along which their sacred possessions move. This brings us to the end of the Ancient Bretons. Thank you for joining us for this special edition of Traveler's Tales. If you enjoyed this video, please consider becoming a channel sponsor. Your support will enable us to continue putting out quality videos, and buying me a coffee always makes my day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Traveler's Tales. This really is the best way to help our channel grow. Until we meet again at the crossroads of folklore and fact, Cartistos.